Hey guys, before we start the show, I just want to let you know that we have an official YouTube channel for Beers Per Minute. We still will be posting things on Stupid Mythic Forest, but we're going to have this show plus more exclusive things on the Beers Per Minute channel. So pause this right now, go subscribe, and then enjoy the show. Bye. Total.
I'm thinking maybe you misread it because I've known this since I started buying them that it was weaker. But it's cheaper.
It says 300 on the can.
Maybe you've got a rare one.
Getting saucy in here, jeez.
Maybe you should hang on to that can because it might be rare.
Yeah.
No, that's why I started buying them because they were 300 milligrams. Yeah.
You sure?
Is this going to be another one of those where we're going to have to pull this recording back up?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's going to happen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beers Per Minute. I'm your host, Mick Pettit. With me, as always, Calvin Mile, and returning again, Tyler Rumbaugh. One of the OGs.
Returning from the abyss.
Yeah, he's returning again.
Yeah, definitely returning.
Passing the returning torch on to
what was Tyler's last episode? Because I thought it was 3, but Tyler says it was 8.
No, it was. Oh, which one was it? It was Tyler refuses to make content.
That was his last one?
Yeah. Fitting.
That's a hilarious name for it. Was that must have been like 5 or 6 then?
That was the one we talked about, the airsoft Marco Polo.
That's number 5.
5. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
So you did 5 episodes, Tyler, and then you refused to make content.
I just refused to get shot with a BB gun.
So did I. I said I'm also not doing that. I'll shoot Mick with a BB gun. That can be the content.
But that's the thing, is you might not get shot.
No, I would do Orbeez or something, like get shot with like a water BB.
Do you realize that those hurt exactly the same?
No, those hurt less.
They don't break the skin, but they hurt. Yeah,
BBs will break the skin,
which will release the pressure of the force, so it won't hurt as bad.
Yeah,
they hurt. They hurt still.
They all hurt.
I'm sure that they don't all sting, but some hurt more than others. Like metal BBs hurt more than plastic BBs, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, it depends on how fast it's going, really.
Depends on the PSU of the gun.
PSI.
PSU.
Yeah, I say PSU. What's PSU?
The power supply unit.
Okay.
So you see what you're missing, Tyler? You've missed all this time.
Oh man,
he's missing me making up acronyms for things.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like the pop out's a bad idea because now I'm just like I start browsing my Discord.
Well, don't be browsing Discord then. Don't be browsing Discord.
Focus.
Before it would force me to not click on anything because I'm like, I can't mess up the camera, can't click on anything, I'll get notifications, gotta ignore them. And now I'm just like, oh, what's this person saying on this screen over here?
Focus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna tell Devin to get out the Beyblade now because Tyler's back and he's been kicked off the podcast.
Oh man, he better open it up. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. This is like
it's gonna have to Beyblade on camera.
He hasn't even text back. Like there's nothing.
He's ignoring us.
Man, he's up in Canada having fun.
Even earlier when I was texting about like if we had a guest or anything, he didn't say anything.
Right.
He's just ignoring us. I have his location though. I can track his location.
Is he dead?
It's really funny because he did the same thing to you the other day.
He tracked my location.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we do. Yeah, it's funny because his location actually won't load, but I have his wife's location also. And so I can see where she is, and so I know where they are. It looks like they're in Quebec.
Does that mean his
fishing up in Quebec?
They're on Quebec Street, anyways.
Maybe you should try texting his wife.
It must be the hotel they're in, Hotel Grand Pacific. I can see it.
You have an address for anybody if they want to go check it out?
They're not gonna see it till Wednesday. It'll be fine.
It's fine, people. Yeah, so they can go check out the hotel. It'll be a nice hotel.
Shout out for the Hotel Grand Pacific in British Columbia, Canada, and Victoria. It's 463 Belleville Street.
Great hotel. We're going to get a review on that next week from Devin.
Yeah.
How the stay was, what the rooms were like, what the service was like. Did they have a continental breakfast?
Yes.
Was there waffles?
If there was waffles, that's the big question right there.
Because continental breakfast doesn't always mean a decent spread. It could be just a muffin and instant coffee.
Well, I feel like the if you say continental breakfast, you have to have eggs and bacon and toast. Like that's what a continental breakfast is.
No, sir. Continental breakfast is just a free breakfast. I stayed at a hotel once and it was a coffee pot, 3 bananas, and look like individual wrapped mini muffins, and there was like 4 of them.
Nice.
That was it.
That doesn't sound very continental.
That
sounds more like Massachusetts.
The last time I stayed at a place that offered a continental breakfast, they had like waffles and pancakes and stuff, but all the batter was gone.
Oh, that's sad.
Walked down and everything was ready except didn't use it.
So you were late for the breakfast, is what you're saying?
No, they just forgot to put it out.
Those whores.
Yeah.
They have one job amidst all the other jobs they have. Just that one job will keep all those other people happy for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got a not a 5-star review.
I haven't been to very many hotels, honestly. I usually stay in either Airbnbs or a resort. Like there's no in between for me. Like either I'm going there and I'm staying in the resort the whole time, or I'm paying $20 a night to sleep in an Airbnb and then I leave. Like I don't usually stay in hotels ever.
What Airbnb are you staying in that's only $20 a night?
Oh, it depends. The Airbnbs vary depending on the place. So when we went to Ireland, in one of the towns, we stayed in Airbnbs, we stayed in hostels. This is 2 fingers. I said Airbnbs and hostels. No, it's 2. The Airbnbs I think were like $40 to $50 a night, and then the hostel was like 10 or 15. And because like you go there, you sleep, you get up and you leave. Like you don't need a whole bunch of stuff when you're on vacation. You're going to explore the town and you're going places. So like it was just somewhere to put our luggage for the night. And then then the luggage went into the back of the car again. Like so
the last Airbnb that my wife and I stayed at, we ended up having to clean the house because it was so dirty when we got there. It was really bad. But then we had friends in the same area that stayed in a separate Airbnb, and they had to leave because it was infested with bed bugs.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, well, we had to sweep the floors and like wash all the dishes, but we could at least use the bed.
Yeah. That's a terrible experience.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Every Airbnb I've ever been in has been perfect, pretty much. I have not had a bad Airbnb experience yet. So I don't know if that just has to do with like the location, or maybe you got to research them better, look at the reviews or something. I don't know, because like my wife did all the Airbnb planning, and every time it was top notch. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, ours had tons of really good reviews. There was like one on there that was said there was a little bit of dust on like the counters or whatever. But when we got there, yeah, and it was weird because they had pictures of their family all over the place. So it was like their house, and they just like left for the weekend.
That's always fun going through their stuff.
Must have just been like an off weekend or something.
I don't know, but yeah, it was super weird. And then their sewer backed up while we were there. The fridge died. It was
God.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That's like a horror story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, so we were staying with another family, and we had each brought various different things like to barbecue. So we all had like some meat in the fridge, and then the fridge died while we were out, and we came back and it was warm. Like all the meat, we had to throw it all away.
Oh,
bad.
Damn.
Really upset.
Yeah, that's awful. It's horrible.
And then we never got our money. We didn't get our money back.
Really?
No. That's one thing about Airbnbs is it's really hard to get reimbursed for anything.
Oh, dude.
Because of the way that because it's like a separate. Someone signs up as like, I'm gonna sell this room, right? And they go through the service, and then the service has all these contracts that anyone who wants the room has to sign. So basically, unless your life was in danger, you don't ever get anything back. It's like all protected by their Airbnb contracts.
Yeah, so we got like our
Yeah.
our $30 cleaning deposit back. That was it.
See, now I had a good experience with the one I did out in Lake Chelan. It was the Hobbit hole I got for my wife and I for our anniversary.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
When the water didn't get delivered because it's like up in the mountain, so we didn't have any running water, and they gave us like tons of gallons of water, and like we're gonna try to get it. We're trying to try to get it. Never did get it, and so we had like the 7 gallons of water we had to deal with, so we couldn't take a shower, we couldn't use the toilet, hardly. But the lady was so nice and so accommodating. Like she even had us rebook it. That way she could refund us our money back. And she gave it to us for, man, it was like less than half of what I paid for it. It was awesome too, because it was like, man, close to $1,000 for everything.
It really
But, man, it was like that one was great.
It really just all depends on the actual seller. That's like you have to communicate. The Airbnb doesn't care. You have to communicate with the seller. And so
Yes.
like if you have an amazing host who will reimburse you for something or will take care of you, then you've scored. But yeah, if the like, oh, sucks for you, thanks for the cash, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would recommend that one though in Lake Chelan. It's the Hobbit hole.
I've heard about that one.
It's amazing. It's up in the mountain. Do it. I mean, we went in the winter. I was trying to get in the summer because it would have been really nice, but it's so booked out that it took me 3 years to get it. And I was only able to get it in the winter. But it's so cool. It's like runs off a generator and the huge, like small little place. And you're just all we did was sit around and read books.
Nice.
Amazing.
Made some tea. It's great.
Lived the Hobbit life.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We had to trek from the car up, like serpentined up this little thing up to it.
All you did was read books?
Well, I mean, while we were in the house, we read
Okay.
books. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
was an anniversary weekend.
Anniversary weekend? Yeah. I mean,
we read some books. A lot of book reading.
there might have been some things happening. It might have been.
We did find the One Ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
cool actually.
funny.
It was there. They have a chandelier like right above the bed and it has like lanterns. And I was just kind of looking at it and like, oh, it's a little drawer. And I pulled it out and it's a ring with a little note in it. It says, "Look, congratulations, you found the One Ring."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's pretty great.
So, what are we drinking tonight, boys?
I got sticking with the tradition with the Elysian Bifrost. It's amazing.
Backward, but
Bifrost as well. Yes.
Jinsies.
this one's not open yet.
This is my favorite one the Legion does. So
Okay.
happy.
My favorite, the men's room red.
Actually, I've not had that one in a long time. I was
I've
thinking
never
about
had
that
it.
today.
It's so good.
It's a good
This-
one.
Yeah, this
I'm
one's
drinking-
almost.
I'm drinking just straight vodka in a cup.
It really? That's just true.
Just
You have no back?
it's Friday.
A pint of vodka. A full pint.
It was
And
it was
well,
like
and I
this,
had
it was like this much vodka and then blue raspberry ghost.
I got that for I figured Devin would be here, so I wanted to like
That's for Devin because he's Mexican. You got a Mexican beer?
well not for him, but I wanted to just, show my support.
You want to show him you're gonna support the Mexicans by drinking a Corona in front of Devin.
Exactly. Mhm.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yep.
I'm
Ooh,
sure he'd appreciate
I
it.
also have a cupcake.
Oh, nice.
Unicorn
any
cupcake.
cupcakes.
You can see it in there. There's stars and unicorns.
I just saw you drop sprinkles on your desk because what I just saw.
There was like a couple sprinkles that fell. It's fine. Actually, there was one sprinkle that fell. It's right there. My daughter and I made those today.
Nice.
Nice.
Are they delicious?
I have not eaten it yet. I made her wait because she's spending the night with a friend, and she's like, "Well, can I eat one now?" I'm like, no, you're gonna take them with you. Wait till you go to your friend's house. That way you can stay up all night over there.
I want you to unwrap it and put the entire thing in your mouth.
Oh, I might do that.
That'd be
I'm
funny.
savoring it though because I'm really enjoying my beers at the moment.
Cupcake
That's
and beer
really
together.
That's not bad.
This beer though, again, is my favorite just because it's like perfect for around a fire. Just like on the cold days, this is perfect.
I love winter beers. I drank a bunch of winter beer in Leavenworth.
The Deschutes Winter Ale, the Jubilee or the Jubilee.
Oh, Jubilee, yes, that's another one.
That one's really good. Yeah.
That one's great. The Widmer Burr is really good too. That's one I got a little while ago. That one's a little stronger in like the flavor wise. It's a bit more like in your face, and it's actually less content than these ones too. Did you realize that these are 8.3?
Nice.
No.
Yeah, the Bifrost is 8.3. It does not taste like it's 8.3.
Menzoom's only 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I wanted to drink some mead tonight. I totally forgot about that.
Oh,
I have
did
mead
ya?
in my fridge. I need to go get it.
Ooh, do that.
Which one?
And
I'm gonna do that. I'll be back.
Okay.
there's something you've been like craving, like you've been wanting to make, like for no reason, just like, man, it sounds good.
I've been making it. So I get the excuse me. They're like the fancy cup of noodles. It's like I can't remember what they're called. The brand, but
Mug of noodles.
they're so it has like a
Maruchan
beef
noodles?
broth packet. So
Bone broth.
it's bone broth, yeah. So it's
Oh,
got
cool.
2 seasoning packets. One of them has like a bone broth in it.
So it's fancy ramen. Like this is
Yeah.
this ain't your cheap ramen.
Fancy ramen.
I'm back.
Mm.
But I'll do that, and then I'll put kimchi in it,
Mm.
and then I'll like dump a little bit of the kimchi juice in there.
Yum.
It's so good.
You have the kimchi from Costco.
Yeah, the green lid,
Mm-hmm.
best.
It's like just hot enough that you just had to keep eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I let mine fermented for a while to where it started to get tingly. I was like, "Ooh,
That's
I think
nice.
that's a bit far."
Ours never lasts that long.
Well, I was the only one eating it, so
Speaking
and
of
I was just down in it.
speaking of bone broth, when we were in Leavenworth, we went to this amazing bone broth ramen place, and I couldn't finish all of my broth, so I brought it home in a cardboard container. And just yesterday, I took the leftover broth. It was a yellow curry, like halibut broth. Is that what it was? Halibut bone broth.
Was it? Oh yeah, yours was the halibut.
Salmon, right?
Halibut
Wow.
bone broth. It was amazing, just the broth, and it had a little bit of like ginger left in it, I think. I took some leftover pasta that my parents had made for a different dish, and I put some of the noodles in it, and I microwaved it. Oh my god, it was like the best noodle soup ever.
So you can get their broth at Hamma Hamma. They sell just like the bone broth.
I'll need to go there and buy some because that was delicious.
It was super good.
So I'm back from the kitchen. I have a little meat and cheese cracker sandwich. There's a charcuterie board out there waiting for us.
You didn't bring me anything.
Charcuterie board.
I didn't know
One
what
of
you
the
wanted.
cooteries.
Thanks so much.
I got
I
some
really
charred
appreciate
some charred coochie.
It's one of them cooter boards.
And then this is the mead from Leavenworth. It's the McGregor Farms Blackberry Meadery. Well, the meadery is blackberry.
Ooh.
It's a session mead. It's only 6%.
Oh,
It's carbonated.
This bottle
interesting.
was $9, which is
Yeah.
impressively cheap for mead. Mead is really expensive.
Well, I mean, how big is it? 22?
22 ounce, yeah.
Man, it's not bad for a session. That's good for a session.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you can get the session from Wildman, and it's a full pint, or in my mug for, $6.50. Because it's 5.6, 5.7.
But that's a small batch.
Mm-hmm.
But I highly
That's
recommend.
awesome.
This is my get wrecked of the evening.
Ooh.
Is this? If you ever they aren't shipping online yet because they don't have the liquor license for that. But if you're ever in Leavenworth area, or I guess it's Wenatchee, right?
Yeah, but we did find a place in Leavenworth that sold it.
Okay.
As we were leaving, there was a just outside of Leavenworth is the I can't remember. It was a little farm stand. But you go back in the back, they had a refrigerator with some local stuff, and that was one of the things in there was their McGregor Farms mead.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was a weird name for it. Was like Praise Farm Stand or something like that. Is that what it was? It was like a weird name weird.
Prius. The Prius Farm Stand.
No,
in
that's what we
Wenatchee.
got. But the farm stand that's on the way out of Leavenworth that you went to. What was it called?
Oh, well there's like 2. One of them is called Smallwood. But then it was as you're leaving Leavenworth, it was the one before that. It's like just outside of Leavenworth.
Yeah.
It's really nice. They
There
sell
was a
like
weird name
local.
from one.
They had like a local yarn. Like there's a farm that had sheep and alpaca and stuff in Leavenworth, and then somebody spins the yarn, sells it at that farm stand. It was pretty neat.
Cool.
Lots of local stuff.
This is
Nice.
amazing. Highly recommend.
It is very good.
So this is blackberry. They also have original, which is like a dry honey mead. They have a lavender, and they have a hopped, which has hops added to it. It's more beer-like.
Dry hop.
Dry hopped. And that's there for that come in bottles. But if you actually go to the counter in the Prius
It was
village,
Prys, I think.
the Prius village, you can try more of their other stuff, which is amazing. Like they have like sours and stuff like that. But
Ooh.
highly recommend if you're ever in Wenatchee area, buy some of this McGregor mead because it's amazing.
We're gonna have to make a trip over there probably.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I mean, I don't need to go to Leavenworth, but over to the meadery, I'll go to the meadery.
Yeah,
Leavenworth is nice. I do like it. But
it's
like,
nice, but it's expensive. Everything there is amazing, but it's expensive.
it's expensive, and it's just kind of like,
Like
what do you do?
we spent like I think we probably spent like $50 to $60 per meal that we had, but everything that we tried was amazing. It was all
Right.
delicious food, so it's worth the money. It's just don't go there with an empty wallet.
Well, and you got to remember your times too, because winter is when it's going to be actually more expensive because that's where the snow happens. That's when all the it looks awesome, and like your fall time is going to be expensive as well. Like you guys got in there at a pretty good time. Like
Yeah,
in
there
that
was
little-
hardly anybody
that
there.
window between like it's nice and sunny still and not cold.
It was
and
sunny,
it's
and there was like an inch of ice on the ground, or snow ice. It had been there for like 2 weeks, so like all the trees were beautiful, but you could still walk around without falling.
nice.
I think it was like perfect time to go to the town.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, it's like right after. Well, not right after, but it's after Oktoberfest, but before like the Christmas stuff starts going.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, nobody cares about Thanksgiving anymore.
There was no like nobody there.
As soon as October ends, it's Christmas. That's what happens. Nobody
Except
cares.
except for like the last the Saturday. The Saturday was packed.
yeah,
But we got there on Wednesday night. So Wednesday night, Thursday and Friday, empty. Nobody was there. There was like
Even on Friday, nobody was there.
even on Friday, nobody was there. We would
Wow.
walk down the street and we'd see like 6 other people. Like there was nobody. And then Saturday we went into town. It was like packed. You had to walk on the street. Sidewalk was full. Every restaurant there's a line in front of. Saturday was packed. Sunday wasn't bad. Sunday had smaller lines, but there were still people.
Saturday was like the day traffic,
Mm-hmm.
like people from like Wenatchee and other closer outlying cities come up for the day, and then when we were checking out of the condo on Sunday, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, we got so many people checking in today." So it's like Sunday's the day when everybody gets there, but then at least at the one place we were staying, town. Yeah, Amanda and I got there on a Sunday night, and then the whole week, like Monday to Friday, there was nobody in the town. We basically had the whole town of Leavenworth to ourselves. It was awesome.
There were a couple of bars we went in there was like our table and then one other table. That was it. Like empty Leavenworth. It was awesome.
See, in those places, you're like, all right, I'm buying one for the whole place.
Yeah, right. It's just you.
Yep. And the one other table. Just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, then you get like all the servers are bored, so you get special attention. It's awesome.
It was good stuff. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for inviting us, Tyler.
You're welcome. It was
I'm
really fun.
sorry I couldn't come. I know. I wanted to. I really did. I really wanted to, but
Leavenworth's just too far for you and Raymond. You're too far away.
well,
You can't make it out there.
I was single parenting for the past 2 weeks, so
She could
my wife
come
doesn't
anywhere that you go.
not if I'm gonna be boozing.
A lot of
Who's
them are
gonna watch the
open.
kid?
They're open area. Like
Yes, but my thing is, who's gonna watch the kid?
Open air.
Who's gonna if all of us are there?
just
Who's
leave
gonna
her.
watch
Leave
the
her at the
child?
condo.
Ain't gonna happen.
There's a TV. She'll be fine.
I don't know. I'm trust that little turd coming outside anyways.
What's she gonna do? The door's locked. You can only get in with a special key card.
You have no idea what that child can do.
If you give her a game and a TV and some snacks, why would she leave? Where's she gonna go?
Because she's a smart little turd, and
But
she's
what-
like, "Oh, what can I get into?"
If she's smart, she'd know not to leave the condo in
No,
some
no.
foreign town.
No, she's smart in the fact that she knows how to get away with the things.
No.
No, I didn't leave at all.
She'd
No.
be fine. Honestly, like for most of the day, we're in family-friendly areas. It's just the
Yeah.
nighttime that we go to a bar.
Well,
So
then
she
who watches
could be
her
with
nighttime?
she could have been with us the whole day and then watch a movie in the condo. And when we come back, the movie finishes. Like it wouldn't.
I don't know.
This is all hypothetical because there was no room for you, anyways.
Exactly. I think this shows the difference between young parents and like me, like my
I don't know.
generation. Because like
Honestly,
I'm super lax with a lot of things, but even like that, I'm like, I don't know.
here's
I don't
here's
know
the
about that."
thing, Mick, is that Riley is really well behaved relatively to other kids.
Yes, she is.
She's a really well behaved child. You raised her well. So I
Thank
feel like that you could have a little bit of trust in her to sit for an evening and watch a movie.
I do, but this is the thing. This is the thing we're working on right now because she's gained that trust and then she's broken it
Mm.
quite a few times here recently. So we just actually had to deal with an issue at school where the teacher was out of the classroom and she went and took some candy out of her desk. So
I don't know. That like
she knows when people aren't around.
that just ups her sneak skill in Skyrim. That's a win.
It's
Suddenly leaned really far back.
Oh yeah, that chair. She probably has the recline turned on to default, so you could just go.
Yeah, that scared me for a second.
I just realized I have to
I have
tighten
mine
up my
locked in.
things on mine. My screws are loose on the back of my chair.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy those chairs anymore. I get the Secret Lab chairs.
Oh, well, this is my first gaming chair, and I don't care that it says like it's kind of stupid, but the chair itself is great. If
Yeah.
it didn't have that on it, it'd be just like your chair.
How long have you
Does
had it
that-
for?
I got it at beginning of the year when I upgraded. All my
Okay,
stuff.
so you've only had it. You had it for less than a year.
Yeah, or it was when I changed my desk around.
Mm.
So,
So Tyler, the
So-
pillow
so-
comes off, but the logo doesn't.
yeah,
So if
Yeah,
he wants a pillow, he has to have the logo.
Why don't you
it's
just flip it backwards?
because it's got elastic.
So
Hold it
just
on.
Wait,
Okay.
just flip it.
Oh, I could. Because it's got the zipper.
Oh, the zipper's on the back.
Yeah, it's got the
that might be
zipper.
uncomfortable.
I don't want that poking me in my neck.
wuss.
Yeah. I used to buy chairs just like that. I would specifically buy the GTX racing chairs. They looked exactly like that chair, but they said GTX racing on it. And they would last me like a year and a half to 2 years before screws started falling out or the fabric started fading or ripping. There was always an issue after like 2 years.
Well, I mean, the screws falling out, that's kind of a normal thing. And you just go through, you're supposed to periodically go through and tighten them up because you're
Well, it
constantly putting
depends.
pressure and motion and things on them.
Like they weren't falling out just because of looseness. They were falling out because like the threads stripped themselves.
Oh, okay.
Like they
That's-
weren't good quality. So that's why I decided to switch to these because these have a 5-year warranty on everything.
Nice.
And it's like really high quality stuff. So like this armrest right here, the leather on the side started fraying, and I sent them a picture of it, and they sent me a new arm.
That's cool.
Like it's
Awesome.
awesome. I love these chairs. I would highly recommend these to anybody who wants to sit.
Mine's nice. Mine has a footstool.
That's pretty
well.
cool.
Folds out, it slides underneath. And
But when would you
slips
use a footstool at a desk?
Oh, dude, my TV's right here. I sit here and watch movies and stuff all the time. This is like where I jam. Sit here and if I recline back, yeah. I mean,
The bottom of my desk has a bar on it, and I keep touching Tyler's feet.
Footsies.
Because his feet are also on the bar on the other side.
Is that why you're scowling, Tyler?
Yeah. Whenever I touch his toes, he's like,
Is it
No.
pain or
No.
no.
oh, so
No.
excitement? Okay.
I had my cousin over and she played a game with me on Jennifer's computer, and she has a thing about like not touching feet. She hates feet. Kind of like Amanda, actually. Amanda
So
also
she
hates feet.
has a thing about touching feet.
She has a thing about just feet, and like she always
yeah.
wears socks. She hates the look of feet.
She doesn't have a thing about not touching feet.
She doesn't like anything about feet at all. And I'm so used to Jennifer sitting there and like me grabbing her big toe and like pulling it with my toes that I just instinctively grabbed my cousin's feet, and she freaked out. It was hilarious. I won the game because of it, really. When she's about to win, I just grab her toes and she just screams.
Wow.
That's how it works.
Peter.
We need that one sound for the soundboard.
What sound?
If Devin was here, he'd play it.
Mm. Oh, since Tyler's here, we can actually talk about our new T-shirt idea.
Oh yeah, you said you had a T-shirt idea. What's this idea?
It's called Pocket Pork.
Oh yeah.
It's
Pocket pork.
So we want your brother to design it for us,
Okay.
but it's gonna be like a part of the overalls that has the big pocket, like on the stomach. So it's just like part of that, and then like grease leaking from the pocket, and like little bits of pork sticking out, and then a fist right next to the pocket that also has pork and grease dripping from it, like they just pulled pork out of the pocket. And it's called, and then it just says Pocket Pork. So it's like you just keep shredded pork in your pocket, and you're just gripping it and pulling it out of your pocket, and that's the shirt.
Okay. How did this
It's
become
kind of
birthed?
an inside joke.
Well, we had pulled pork at the condo, and we were like, "What if you kept it in your pocket like Napoleon kept nuggets?" And then we were like, "That'd be a great shirt. I would wear that shirt." I don't know. It was super hilarious, and now I want it on a T-shirt now. That's a shirt. Like even if it's not for BPM, I'd put that in my own T-shirt store. And
I mean, we can design it. We can get designed. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to have all of our shirts be like slogans from our podcast. We could just make our own shirts.
I mean, we could, yeah.
And put them
start some lines. Clothing line. The BPM clothing line. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the podcast line and the clothing line.
We should just call it the BPM clothing line and put everything on there, whether it's something from the podcast or just
you gotta have categories though. Gotta have the categories. Podcast stuff. Gotta have the.
I don't know. They're all BPM clothing.
Yeah, but what if we start like it's Mick's line, it's Calvin's line,
Tyler's
line.
Why would we put names on lines?
Because your style's different than mine, so it's like maybe
we could
maybe your style would sell better than my style.
We could do categories of the BPM clothing line.
The highlight of Calvin's line would just be the Pocket Pork T-shirt.
That'd be the only thing on it. That's that. You click Calvin's line, it's just one T-shirt.
Pocket.
It's Pocket Pork. No, I've said lots of funny things. I think. What are our current T-shirts right now that we have thought of? There's the fire plus meat equals barbecue.
Yeah, get that one. And then the what's the other one? That one's gonna be a sticker.
There's been
Come to Raymond, we won't murder you. That one's gonna be a sticker.
Come to Raymond, we won't murder you. That's a great one.
Yeah. I forget. I have it wrote down here. I might have it wrote down here. Let me see.
We should make like a thread or something for it so we can keep track of these ideas.
Fly till you die, the butterfly motto. That was the other one. That one was pretty good. I do admit that one's.
That was me. That was mine.
I do like that. I do like that one. Yes, that was fun. Yep. We don't have a whole lot, but
we have a few.
We had a couple in the works,
and we have our driver T-shirts that are exclusive.
Yeah, those are cool. Hey, they may come up again.
Yeah,
cool, that
was technically my idea to put them on a T-shirt.
I made them good quality though.
You did up the quality a bit, although
that took a work too because I had to figure out how to do it.
The thread. What was the website you used? Thread?
No, it was the Printify.
Printify.
It was just that shirt.
I don't like them.
You just didn't like that shirt.
The fabric sucks. I hate the fabric on those t-shirts.
I feel like it's a normal fabric.
I have a sensitivity to fabric. It's like these. So these ones from Streamlabs are super soft and like cottony.
I think you're just picky.
This is a VPM shirt, by the way.
I think he's just picky, Tyler.
I am picky.
He's just
but
picky.
I can
It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's a sensitivity.
No,
I
it
think
is.
It's just,
I have a thing.
I don't like
However,
this.
I will say, because I had some shirts with my company logo printed on them,
Mhm.
and I went to the same company that a friend of mine had his other logo printed on him, but I chose a different shirt with like a higher thread count, and so we like traded shirts, and his is very like rough, like the
It's a man shirt.
yeah,
Right.
Hair on your
You
chest.
should be wearing.
yeah, like if you use it to exfoliate your skin.
Yeah.
It probably works with the sawdust and
Sure.
like.
But he's an
Build those
electrician,
chest hairs.
so it pulls all your chest hairs out.
So
Which makes new ones grow.
I'm sure that Printify has like higher quality shirts. Like we bought one of the cheapest shirts Printify
Yeah, we just went
had,
for the cheap one. Yeah.
but just comparatively, like the cheapest Streamlabs shirt and the cheapest Printify shirt, the Streamlabs one is way better. I love the Streamlabs.
But also, the Streamlabs one was like a couple dollars more.
Not really.
I will.
It was like it was
just
because
shipping.
the other one was like 5 something, and the other one was 7, I think.
But like
If I remember right, but
one thing that I learned from having some shirts made is you can go to the store and get like a solid color shirt that you like and take it to a shop and then have them print your logo on those shirts, and then you'll not only save money on the shirt, but then you'll also have one that you like wearing, one that's comfortable.
and that usually is the best way to go, unless you don't sell any shirts and you spend over $400 and buy some shirts and then change your name like 2 months later and then lose.
Well, yeah, if
$400.
you want it just for you, that's the best way to go. But if you're gonna buy like a mass amount, then sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did this stupid when before it was stupid Mythic Forest, it was stupid Mystic Forest, and those 2 little letters being changed. Yeah, that killed me. Although I figured out the other day, you can put some of that gel paint stripper, and it'll take that right off there because it's screen printed, so it's paint. But I'm not sure if it'll ruin it at all, because we might be able to reuse those shirts for something.
It'll probably ruin it.
I don't know. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see. Hey, dude.
What?
Hey, do you see that guy over there?
That guy?
Yeah, you know who that is?
No, who is it?
It's Spud Davenport, man.
Who's Spud Davenport?
Only one of the coolest rockers out of Southern California.
I have never heard of him.
Oh, dude. He's been playing with bands like the Shamey Jays and the Messy Necessities. And right now, he's with the Leaders in the Clubhouse. I found him on LimeWire, dude. So exclusive.
Okay, I normally don't condone LimeWire, but in this instance, I think we should listen.
Oh, you gotta hear it. Here.
Better days have come and gone. I'm feeling dead as my front lawn. And I'll never write another happy song if we all can't get along. Yeah, families are a complex bunch. Call me crazy, but I've got a hunch. The key to peace and harmony is lunch. Don't forget to spike the punch. I'll be home for the holidays. I'll be home for the heartbreak. I'll be home for the headaches.
Damn, man, this is really good.
Right?
Like, how have I never heard of him? Does he have a new album or anything coming out?
He does. He has a brand new album. That's what I get. The clip was the song, the new single, Home for the Headache.
This is a great song.
And the album is Songs for the Cynical.
When does it come out?
Comes out late January 2023.
I mean, I won't LimeWire it, but I'll probably listen to it on Spotify. It'll be there, right?
Oh, definitely. It'll be all the places you can find all your music.
I can't wait.
Devin just texted me.
Uh-huh.
He says he has 0 service up there in Canada, and he told me space on the time. They're out for dinner right now.
Yep.
So he probably won't be here.
I'm sure he won't be.
I told him if he gets back to his hotel and has Wi-Fi, he could jump on for the last 5 minutes. And be like, "Hey, I'm Devin," and then we're like Beybladed, and we end the episode.
That's the wipe cut is just
Yeah, a Beyblade just flies across the screen and takes out his picture. Those
yeah.
are the show notes for SWA. You gotta edit that in. A Beyblade taking Devin out.
Is that possible? Can that be done?
Anything's possible.
Oh, that can be done.
SWA's a master.
Are you a master? Is that what it is?
I may need a bit of a graphic designer for that Beyblade design, but yeah, we can make that happen.
We'll just
Awesome.
Google a Beyblade PNG that's transparent background and just like clip art it.
That's just cheating, man.
That's the easiest way to do it. That's how everybody does it.
Clip art that moves. That's it. That's all you need.
Man.
Cool.
I-
So that, by the way, for the audience, that is our new producer, SWA.
Yeah,
You heard
that's
his
SWA.
godly voice in the background.
How's it going, everybody?
Probably saw his face on the show a couple episodes ago too.
He was a guest previously. He's
Mhm.
now editing our videos and making us look super sexy all the time.
Finally.
Well, I mean,
I know.
I can't work magic, but I do what I can.
Yeah. I mean, how can you improve on this?
All right, it's
fix
just
perfect.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You say you can't fix spam?
That's not what I said. I didn't say that.
Hey, spam's delicious.
talk about
Spam
pork
is-
pocket. Now you got spam pocket. What's this going on?
Spam is good in specific situations. I don't like it by itself. It's too salty for me just by itself.
It is very salty. Yes, that's why when I did my my toast the other day, I took the spam and I actually cut the center out of it, like a good little like chunk. So that went on the top of the egg. So when I flipped it, it like integrated into it. So you had just enough salt.
Yeah, it's super salty meat. Like I used to have a friend that would just take slices of spam and just fry it on the pan and then eat it with like white rice.
Yeah.
And it's
good.
it's too salty for me. I need it like way more. Like when I was in Hawaii, they made like a spam soup.
It's huge over there.
Oh, yeah.
Spam is in like
Yeah, spam is big. It's a big Hawaiian thing. The friend that I had, he was like sort of Hawaiian, so that's why he ate spam all the time. But yeah, like I had like I think they called it a saimin. Saimin is their version of ramen in Hawaii. So it was the spam saimin, and it came in a big tall bowl, like it was like a cylinder, and so it was super deep. So the chopsticks they gave you, like you could reach all at the bottom and pull stuff up, but it had cubes of spam in it. It's probably one of the best ways I've ever had spam in my entire life. I love that.
Spam Simon is life. Just admit it.
It's really good.
There's the God voice again.
I will say one of the best breakfasts I've ever had while I was camping was spam and eggs on a cast iron griddle over the campfire.
Mm-hmm.
It's just spam and eggs with like some shredded cheese on top.
Yeah.
So good.
If you have things to help with the salt of the spam, it's awesome. If the salt overpowers your food, that's too salty. I don't know. It's just for me. Like I can't eat spam by itself. I have to mix it with stuff.
You eat little chunks. You eat in little bits.
Even in little bits, it
Little
has to have some sort of salt dilution. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like maybe
Do you
just
guys know that
sugar
spam used to be
dilute
like
salt.
the big like thing? Like that was like the main like meat. It was huge. And now it's like, oh, you're on welfare, you're on food stamps, spam. You're eating spam? Gross.
I've heard
No,
that actual spam is like gourmet cured meat.
Yeah, like not the Kirkland brand or Great Value.
Not the canned
Mhm.
meat cube, but like actual spam from a butcher
Mhm.
is like it's
real
delicious.
good.
It's cured. It's like
That's what it used to be.
that's what actual spam is. Like if you
Mhm.
buy spam from somebody who knows what they're doing and not from just a can.
Yeah, or like
it's delicious.
you can
What
also
does
get
spam mean?
bologna.
Yeah, like bologna. Bologna
get-
from a butcher, yeah.
Bologna from an actual like small butcher is gonna taste way better than your Oscar Mayer bologna.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, deli fresh bologna is amazing.
Stop it.
No, dude, deli fresh bologna is so good. There is no
I actually don't even
comparison-
like bologna.
There is no comparison to deli fresh bologna.
You know
and
what?
It is weird.
You know what, Mick?
Like, that's probably the whitest thing I've ever said.
Mick,
But
Mick, that's a bunch of bologna.
yeah, it is delicious bologna. Delicious bologna. Like there, for some reason, there's a difference. Like Oscar Mayer is always going to have a spot because there's nothing better than in school having the white bread with the like hair shaved pieces of bologna with mayonnaise.
Mick,
And
Mick,
the
your white trash is showing.
Hey, the Raymond Public School showing. That's what's going on there. Like, but there's something about that from the butcher like bologna though, so good.
Mhm.
I don't know what they do to it.
I mean, it's just all of the parts that you don't want to eat from the cow or pig or whatever, and they just grind it up, boil it, and then turn it into a paste, and then form it into a loaf, and then they smoke it.
That's bologna?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So what's Spam?
Spam is
like-
more just like processed good meats.
It's not the
It's
same
like
thing. It's not similar to bologna. It's not just the leftover parts.
It's kind of like a cured bologna.
Swa says that Spam is pork shoulder.
Hmm.
Which is interesting. So it's like if you take pork shoulder and make it into like a sausage, like a cured spiced sausage type of thing.
It's not spiced though. It's just salted.
It's salted, cured and salted.
Yeah, it'd be a cured meat.
It's like a grounded up and compressed type
cured
of
meat.
meat. Interesting.
Yeah.
So bologna is like leftover bits, and Spam is actually a good meat that's been processed.
Yes, but the like store-bought bologna is more of just like not just the things that you won't sell and eat, but like everything else that you wouldn't throw in there too.
Store-bought
I've
bologna.
always heard it as tongue, lung, and bung. That's
People eat that though.
lips and
normally.
buttholes.
People eat that. I have actually heard that like animal anus is very tender meat.
I wouldn't say that.
That's gonna be the title of this episode, isn't it? Animal anus is tender meat. You already know that's the title for this episode.
Oh man. You're like, well, this one's gonna be good.
That's gonna be the title right there.
I can honestly say I have never had animal anus.
You know
besides
what?
fake vanilla.
That you know of. What Tyler said that you know of.
Yeah.
Because
Is it
it's
besides-
probably
besides
been in
vanilla?
something.
Well, I feel like because like the fake vanilla is a secretion. It's not. It's from a gland. It's not the
Yeah.
anus.
What?
It's from an anal gland.
What are we talking about right now?
it's not, but like I feel like if you're
Artificial vanilla.
right, artificial
It-
vanilla comes from the anal gland of
Of a
what is
beaver.
it? Beaver, yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
that's what it's
heck?
made from. Yeah, it's
What?
made from the anal gland of a beaver.
Artificial vanilla.
Yeah.
If you're
so
gonna
all
have-
that artificial vanilla you've been ingesting has been beaver anal juices.
I don't even know what is artificial vanilla in.
It's in everything.
Lots
Artificial
of-
vanilla is in
What?
everything.
Like when it says natural flavors, it means beaver butthole.
Yeah, when it's
No.
natural, like no, when it's artificial
It's
vanilla.
beaver butthole gland.
I can't think of anything I've eaten that says artificial
It's
vanilla on it.
BBG.
What's a product that uses artificial vanilla?
Do you like
vanilla
root beer?
ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream?
Yep.
What about like
Artificial-
mug root beer?
I have
If
had
it's-
mug root beer. So you're saying that the vanilla in mug root beer comes from a beaver's butthole?
if it's artificial? Yes.
It says I think it's artificial vanilla, but I could be wrong.
I don't like that. I don't like
But-
that at all.
You're-
But going back
But-
to the butt
But
hole.
butthole.
Saying that when you said you'd never eaten animal anus except for artificial vanilla, that I don't think that qualifies the vanilla.
no, it doesn't.
I think it's gonna have to be in like a tripe situation. You know, like the actual, because tripe is the stomach lining. So you're gonna have to actually have the actual anus.
So what would be the best animal anus to eat?
Apparently, the
think?
beavers.
No, beaver. No, the gland of the beaver is for the vanilla.
Apparently, we all want to
but-
eat some beaver booty.
But I mean, legit question. If we
Is
went
that
to
why?
a butcher,
Wait, is that why beaver is slang for vagina?
I don't think
I
so.
don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think
Because
that's.
beaver butt actually smells sweet. Is that why?
I don't think so.
That'd be a really scientific reason for a slang term.
I think that there's a lot of cooking and processing to get to the artificial vanilla.
They don't just
flavor.
like squeeze it into a jar and like
Yeah,
here you
they
go.
just take a beaver and go over a jar. And... That's gross. That's nasty. I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
Okay, so but in real talk though, like
Real
if
talk,
the
though.
anus of an animal is supposed to be the most tenderest meat, which one is going to be the best? Do you think?
I mean, I guess that
Like-
depends
Like
on what type of animal you like to eat.
That we could get.
So, like, for example,
I'm gonna
beef.
say probably like a chicken.
What?
Chicken, the cloaca.
It's like because it's the
That's a
smallest.
lizard thing. That's not a chicken thing.
Yes, it is.
That's a lizard thing.
Chickens have one hole for everything. We've been
no,
over
they,
this,
no, they don't.
Birds do.
dude. Chickens have one hole.
They
for
have
everything.
another hole for eggs. They have 2 holes at least. Eggs don't come out of the same hole as the poop. It's a different hole.
It's like they poop and pee out of the same thing.
Well, that's birds in general. Birds just have one hole in the back.
Look it up. You have Google in front of you. You've been Googling this whole time. Look it up. Chicken anus.
Chicken
What is
anus.
it? All-in-one chicken
I'm gonna
anus.
Google
Because that
chicken
means what it
anus.
is.
I'm gonna
It's an,
blame you.
it's an all-in-one chicken anus.
We already eat chicken gizzards,
Oh, I guess you're right. Chicken
It's
anus
like-
is called the cloaca.
so like that would just be the other side of,
It's a 3-chambered structure.
Told you. I know my things.
It's literally it's called a vent gleat. A vent gleat. I don't like that. I don't like that term.
I think
Apparently,
cloaca has a great
cloaca as a word actually means cesspool.
Because it's a mix of everything.
Apparently,
Because that's what cesspool
it's a
is, right?
3-chambered structure located immediately inside of the anus of the chicken, and is an extension of the large intestine and the rectum.
So it's basically just like
It's got everything.
prong, one tube.
It is
There
the
you go.
emptying place for several systems: the digestive, urinary, and reproductive tract. Wow,
right?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Chickens, man. Efficient.
So is that all birds though, or is it just chickens?
Probably birds.
I feel like
like all birds.
I feel like that was right.
I could have sworn chickens had a separate egg hole, but apparently I'm wrong. I always thought it was different.
Have you never watched Magic
No,
School Bus?
I
They
have.
literally go
I
through
did.
a chicken.
I thought it was separate, but apparently I did not watch it correctly. I don't know. Do all birds have cloaca?
I'm so
all
glad it's not on my computer.
all wow. All amphibians, reptiles, and birds, and a few mammals have cloaca.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
All right.
Every amphibian, every reptile, and every bird. So the mammals that have it are monotremes, tenrex, golden moles, and marsupial moles. Also have cloacas. I don't know what most of those are.
I've seen the golden moles.
You know what golden moles are?
That's about all I know. I don't know anything else with that. I don't know. Yeah.
Golden, I need to Google golden mole.
Golden mole.
Golden mole. That looks like a turd.
Yes, it does.
That's a turd of an animal.
It's a straight up.
It does not have eyeballs at all. It's a nose.
mole.
Yeah, I knew that. I know that most moles are blind, right? But most moles still have something like to see light at least. They just have a mouth and a nose.
It's their well, in ears. They have ears. I don't think they're deaf too.
We're gonna Google, do moles have eyes?
I don't think any moles have eyes.
All mole species have eyes, according
Do
to
they?
Google. Though most of their vision tends to be quite basic. So yeah, so so
they're just like
the many people think that all moles are blind. That's a myth.
interesting.
All mole species have eyes, but it's like tiny and like
the
not.
fat is just like over their
It's
eyeballs, so they
basic.
can't see. It's like the Sharpei.
Yeah.
Just like
So it basically lets them know the time of day and time of year, but they don't really see things. So yeah, it's like they see light, basically.
interesting.
Cool. But yeah, they're tiny and covered in fur, so you can't see them. That's why the golden mole looks like it's just a turd with a nose.
You guys will see like a really cool cat. He's like one of the best cats ever.
That looks. Oh, is
He's
that one of the cats with the smashed faces?
Oh man, he's so great.
I hate smashed face cats.
Oh, he's so good. I was petting him and he was snorting because he couldn't breathe.
I hate that. Stop it.
That was his purr.
Yes.
It's like he was choking on his own spit.
I don't think those animals should exist. They would not.
They're great.
They're not natural animals.
No, they're not natural.
They're not. But they're cute. They're cute little things. Like the dog I saw today at the job. He has. Oh, she said it like 18,000 times. It's a disease. It starts with the C, and it's something that we get to like where your muscles like quit
Chlamydia.
working. Nope. Starts with a C though, or like at least with a. But it's like where your muscles quit working.
That's
So
what koalas have.
Koalas have it?
yeah, koalas have chlamydia.
Oh.
All koalas have chlamydia.
You can get yeah.
That's another great title for this episode. All koalas have chlamydia.
Look it
That's
up.
another one.
I don't know. I don't think all of them have
Damn,
it.
that's a
but
good contender,
you can get
Tyler.
it. I believe you can get it from them.
How would you get chlamydia from a koala?
Google it. I think one of the Jonas Brothers
you
got it,
lick
or one of the
it or
guys from
something?
One Direction.
Like-
Or if they scratch you or bite you.
I think it's a scratch.
Oh, is it just in their claws as well?
Well, it's like in their whatever they have,
Well, it's
like
like-
their disease.
On them.
They just secrete chlamydia?
What's your superpower? Chlamydia. I just secrete it.
My sweat just
Gross.
I just rub my forehead and flick it at you, and now you have chlamydia.
It's like the Midas. It's like the knockoff version of Midas Touch.
Everything I touch is chlamydia. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, that's a gross tagline. Don't like that at all. not at all.
We're gonna stick with the other one.
Yeah, I don't want that as the title, please. No, thank you. That could be a post show title.
What have we done with our post shows? Have our post shows been anywhere?
No, dude,
Did we just set up a Patreon and we post them all on?
we haven't yet. I think.
I think we have a Patreon account, but there's nothing on it.
Right. I think I have. I think I have most of our post shows, but we might have to just start doing them again, and then.
I mean, I still have all of the original videos.
Yeah, but not all of them have sound.
That's true. The sound might have been lost. Because I think that have you been saving the soundtracks or no?
Yes, but I don't know what's going on your end when you do your video.
Is
but
it still breaking?
It doesn't have the video, or it doesn't have the sound.
We need to go through that again. Because we fixed it one time and then it broke itself again.
Yeah.
It's an OBS issue.
Yep, because the last time was Zoom that we did, but then the one before that, I had to like put everything together because it was off. And you are always faster because it's from your end, so you actually are faster than the rest of us. So yours is always different.
Weird.
Because it's getting your signal straight to your thing, where ours is a little bit of a delay.
Okay. So we'll have to see how that, because I thought I fixed it, but then it keeps resetting itself somehow. Like the issue last time was that for some reason when I was recording the Dust Up audio, it wasn't recording on every track. It was only recording on like tracks 4 and 5, which aren't used in most videos.
So
I set it to every track, but then that fixed it for that video. But the
only thing is, like, I would get yours, and then I would get yours, and then ours as well. like mixed into one. So I would have you doubled
Weird.
or just all of our audio in one track. It's fun. That's
I
fun
don't know.
stuff.
I don't know. That's a problem for SWAT to figure out.
Hey, Tyler,
Yes, sir.
you've been playing with that song you wrote for me?
I haven't had time,
Oh no.
He's been
but
busy.
That's okay though. I
I'm
mean,
hoping to like record it soon.
Yeah.
sweet.
Tyler's a
I-
very busy man. I texted him today. I was like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast today?" And he's like, "I don't have time for like 3 weeks." And I was like, "Well, you're coming over for dinner, so I'll just hook up a microphone." And he's like,
There you go.
"Okay, I can do it."
Hey, did you by any chance ask Tyler if he could lend you a couple of XLR cables?
I have not asked him.
Hey Tyler, you want to go ahead and lend Calvin an XLR cable so I can get my Yeti back from him and he can use the other stuff he has sitting there in the corner?
The one that Tyler's using right now. Tyler brought XLR cable.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah, that one.
This one here, but then that will probably slow down my production of Mick's song. Also, if I leave my
Do you only have one XLR cable?
I have a bunch of them, but most of them are at a friend's house where all of my other equipment is, where we would like go and play music in their garage. So I only had one in my possession time. But there is a music store like 2 blocks down the road that Calvin could just go buy himself one.
That is true.
Um,
Or
What
Amazon.
the hell were you doing, Calvin?
What?
Said, what in the hell were you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I totally did not hear anything Tyler said.
He's just enjoying himself in
No.
need. That's all.
Exactly. Mhm.
I
I'll
actually
drop one
bought-
off. I'll drop one off to you. How's that? Tomorrow. I'll drop one
Me?
off to you. Yes, I'll drop one off to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Or
You're
at
gonna
least
be-
Devin or somebody.
You're gonna come all the way out here tomorrow?
I got to go pick up my wife tomorrow in Seattle. She's coming
Ooh.
home. Yeah. So I got to drive past that area.
Yep.
So, hey, you
Well-
want to just meet me in Olympia and we'll have some.
Well, it's like 20 minutes out of your way, 40 minutes out of your way, because you got to come 20 minutes out and 20 minutes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and just meet me in Olympia on the way through?
That'd be fun. I mean, I don't think I have plans tomorrow. We could meet in Olympia for something. What time are you
Yeah.
going to be in Olympia?
I don't know. Kid's not here, so.
Whenever. Just text me what you think you're going to be there.
Well, you have to be going through it at some specific time because you have to pick your wife up. So
Well, her flight doesn't come in until 8:30 evening
Her
p.m.
flight?
So-
Oh, she's like gone.
Oh, she's in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
She's been there since
she left on the
last
weekend. that
Saturday.
we went.
Saturday before.
She went the same weekend we went to Leavenworth.
Yes, that was the weekend.
Okay.
Yep.
So you said it's 8:30 in the evening?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
so
got
I'm gonna be
okay.
coming up
Yeah.
earlier during the day. Yeah, because I'll just go hang out.
Yeah, maybe
we'll
we
do
should
something.
grab lunch or something somewhere.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Lunch and a brew.
That would be great. I'd really like that.
Cool.
Ooh, a good place to get some good beers, some good brews is the Hoquiam Brewing in Hoquiam, Washington. If you guys are ever down there working wise or anything,
Hoquiam.
I'll
very
be
very
down
good.
there in a couple of months.
Ooh, you go to the Hoquiam Brewing Company.
Well, I'll be in
Amazing.
Elma, which is
Oh,
close.
Elma.
I mean, it's not really it's like it's like halfway.
If you're in Elma, then I would say just go to Aberdeen and go to Mount Olympus or Steam Donkey. Don't travel the extra 45 to there because you're already that far.
There's a surprisingly good amount of places to eat and drink over in those areas. Like those areas are super depressed areas with like nothing. But then the restaurants are like top notch. It's weird.
Certain ones, yeah.
They know how to
Some-
make good food with no money.
Some of the
It's called
restaurants,
prison.
but
Yeah.
not all of the
Well,
restaurants.
yeah,
there.
not everywhere. There are some garbage ones, but there are some really like the Moby Dick restaurant in where is it at? It's near Ocean Shores, I think.
Yours. Okay.
I think it's near Ocean Shores. That's a really good like seafood and burger place. The Lighthouse Drive-In, I think that's in Aberdeen, has really good bacon
Lighthouse.
burgers.
No, that's yeah. I think that's in there.
yeah,
There's
like,
a really cool little dive place in over by Seabrook, like the Green Lantern.
Hmm.
That
Oh,
place
yeah.
is pretty good. They have a really good chicken fried steak.
Seabrook.
Almost
Jeez.
every place I've been to
Microwaves.
in those few little towns have been like delicious. It's weird.
Usually they're either like really really good cooking or like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is just generic frozen hamburger.
Hmm.
Like I could have got this anywhere.
I usually look at the reviews first, and all the ones I've been to have been spectacular. I've
See,
been
I don't
impressed
get
every
that.
time.
I don't have that privilege of looking at reviews all the
Yeah, you
time.
do.
No, I don't.
So
'Cause
there's
if I look,
Oh, because you don't have an iPhone. That's right.
no, if I look at a review and it says a 1 star and there's no other restaurant for 20 miles, I'm only eat the 1-star restaurant. Just
What?
saying.
What?
so in here in Hoodsport, there's a burger place. It's called Burger Ice Cream Teriyaki.
Yes.
Their sign just says Burger Ice Cream Teriyaki, and their burgers, like the burger patty itself, I'm pretty sure it's just like a frozen Costco patty, but they do something to it, and it is so good. I mean, it is the most amazing burger in a 20-mile radius from here.
So
I
now
don't.
have
I'll
you
have
got
to-
a burger, ice cream, and teriyaki all at the same time?
Yes, I have. They also have the teriyaki burger, it's the bulgogi burger, which is like their teriyaki meat
Ooh,
on a hamburger bun. So good.
that sounds
Oh, man.
delicious.
It's really good. You got to come down here and try it.
Yes, I will have to do that. That
And
sounds
then
really good.
right across the street is the Model T Tavern that has the best roasted chicken ever.
Roasted,
So it's like
It's
it's
roasted.
bourbon, Bud Light.
no, so it's a roasted chicken is deep fried chicken in a pressure cooker. So
Oh,
they
interesting.
fry it in a pressure cooker.
I actually.
Bob's
That's
Tavern does that, and also the Model T Tavern does it.
So is it like it's like Bob's Tavern Chicken then?
It's like Bob's chicken, but it's better.
Okay.
Hmm.
My dad had told me about the Model T place. He said it used to be amazing, and then it has gone downhill in recent times. But if
Their
you're
chicken is
saying
still good.
the chicken's still good, then that's good to check out at least.
Dude, you guys want some good chicken? You got to go to Brothers and Sisters in Seattle. Amazing. I got this freaking sandwich, and it literally was that big. It had 3 huge chunks of chicken on it. Like, it was so much.
Wow.
And the price was like $15 maybe. 12
Nice.
$15, something like that.
Like a medium
With
medium
a pile
price.
of price.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like,
The food you get for it, yeah.
oh man. And if you want spicy, you get the hot. I got mild.
Yeah.
And even their mild was like, that's enough spice. Like, it was a good.
I might take my wife there at some point.
It's
She
very
loves
good.
chicken.
I mean, that's kind of racist, but it's fine.
She does though. It's true.
Yeah.
She loves chicken.
Although I did hear a comedian the other day.
Stereotypes are kind of
Talking
true
about that.
sometimes.
There's a comedian talking about that the other day. He was like actually calling out one of the security guards who was black and like talking about culture. I'm like, when did talking about culture become like offensive?
Mhm.
Or like, because if you want to ask somebody like where the best fried chicken is, I'm not going to ask one of you guys. I'm going to ask him because he probably knows exactly where the best fried chicken is. He might be mad when I first asked him, like, you know what? Asking me like that, but he's thinking right there, this place, but this one.
Yeah.
Like same thing somebody asked me because he was Mexican. Like, where's the best tacos? First thing I think of, like, man, F you. Like, no, we got hers, and we got Sergio's, and we got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, just tell him.
Yes.
You know what the best stuff is. Just don't be
Stereotypes are
offended by it.
they're based in truth usually.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Man, that does not bother me at all to ask somebody like, hey, you look like you know where some good tacos are. Where are they?
for me, it's like best burgers. I consider myself like a burger connoisseur because I've been all over the state trying burgers. So like, I love like the Lighthouse Drive-In I just talked about. It's a burger place. Herfy's Burgers is an amazing burger joint. It's all in the corridor.
So, do you like a thick burger or like a smashed, thin, crispy burger?
Normally, I like it depends. So, like the Burger Soul in Tacoma is all about the thick patties, and they're delicious. But they're like a one-trick pony type of thing. Like they just have one good burger, whereas the thinner patties allow for more variety. So like I've been to some thinner patty places that'll give you like 2 or 3 patties on each burger covered in cheese, and those are also really good. So I think it just depends on what you're in the mood for. I like them both. I do think that smash burgers, specifically like the style of smash burgers where you get the kind of like the crust on each little patty, is delicious. I think it's a lot of flavor for the patty, but I've also had amazing burgers that have bland patties but delicious toppings. It just depends. So it's whatever you're in the mood for and whatever style you like. But I can tell you, if you give me a town, I can look up the places and tell you what burger you should eat. Like
I don't like when it's like when the burger itself is like that,
and
like so your burger's that big, because then you're not
like your beef is that big?
you aren't able to enjoy it. Like it's too much for you to even like get your mouth around everything that they want you to enjoy.
Mm.
So like a good like in the middle, like a good thick burger, but not a bulbous one.
Well, you gotta
and not
smash it before you eat it. You gotta go.
See,
and then you go.
no, but that's not how it's meant to be done, though. You're not supposed to squish it all down and then do it. You're supposed to be able to take a bite and enjoy everything all at the same time without it all just squirting out at you.
It depends. Have you ever been to Katsu Burger?
No, I've heard of it though.
Those burgers are amazing. They're a little bit pricey, but every burger on their menu is amazing. Spectacular burgers.
I think if you take a burger and especially if you cut it in half, so you know, say it's a big one, you got to cut in half, you know, so because you don't want it to go everywhere. If you do take a bite of that and it all like tries to squish out, that's not a good burger to me.
I think that just
I don't care
it.
how good. No, I don't care how good it is. If you take a bite and everything just goes away, it's not a good burger.
That's just how you're holding it.
No, because your structure's all wrong. Like I cooked for a good 10 years, dude.
If you hold
your structure,
any,
it's too wet. You don't have what you have in there holding it all together. If it's too moist, like it's. And then you just have.
I've never had that happen to any burger because I hold my burgers correctly. If you hold any burger wrong, it'll all squish out the back.
If you hold a burger like this, yes, then when you bite, it squishes into your fingers, which squirts down and goes down your arms. Especially because when you take a bite, you aren't leaning over like this. You're leaning forward. It goes down your arms.
You just
now you're
pinch,
soaked.
You just pinch the buns on the back, and nothing squirts out of the burger ever. I'm telling you, no, it doesn't. I've never had any of those things happen to me. From any burger. I've never eaten a burger that is squished into my hands or onto my arms. You just hold it correctly and the burger goes in your mouth.
Suck it on the burger when you bite it like too hard, so it's like sucking all the juices.
I suck all the food that I eat. That's what I'm saying. Every food item.
As soon as you take a bite, you're like sucking the juices in.
I'm eating the food correctly is what you're saying.
No.
If you eat a burger and it squishes onto your lap, that's your fault. It's not the burger's fault.
I'm not. I didn't say squish onto your lap. I'm saying if you have to hold a burger like this, that's not a good burger.
Sure, but if you hold it like a regular burger, right, and you bite it and it squishes onto your lap, you're doing it wrong. It's not the burger's fault. You're an idiot. That's what happened. If you see a picture of somebody eating a burger and there's burger fly out the back of the burger, they're doing it wrong.
Again, like I said, even if you're holding it like this, like where it's not flying out the back, but when you bite and it squishes through your fingers, juices come through your fingers, I don't care for that. I don't think that's a good burger because it's too juicy. There's too much moisture in this burger. Whether it's from the burger, whether it's from the tomato, whether it's from the pickles, there's too much moisture in there.
You'll have to show me a burger that does that because I've never experienced that ever.
Dude, dive bars, like cheapo places, yeah, all the time.
I don't know. You'll have to show me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we found Mick's trigger.
That's Mick's trigger is wet burgers.
I was a cook, man. I was a cook.
I'm the opposite. I'm a burger connoisseur. I'm the opposite side, and I'm telling you, I've never experienced that because I hold my burgers correctly. You have to you have to show me the burger because I've never experienced a burger that does that. If you hold it, right, it holds everything in, no matter what the burger is.
You need to weigh in on this, audience, please. Just give us your answers, please.
I've been all over the country eating burgers, my guy.
Oh, I did actually. One of my best compliments I ever got as a cook. It was like afternoon, like nobody in the building. One old couple came in. They ordered steaks, so I cooked them for them. Sent them out, and about 10 minutes later, the waitress comes back and she's like, "Hey, people want to talk to you." I'm like, "Oh, great." what did I do wrong? What happened? And apparently, these people have been traveling this whole across America, and they've been stopping in every little town that they've come to and get a steak at every place. And I cooked the best one that they've had that whole year that they've been on their trip. Like, oh man, that just made my whole
That's
month.
amazing.
That was awesome. Because my first thought was like, great, what I screw up? What too dry, too salty, too peppery? What's going on?
Yeah. Compliments to the chef.
Fun. Yeah, that's always good stuff.
All right.
But anyways, burgers like that, like no.
I don't know. We'll have to go to some burger places because you'll have to show me these burgers that I can't hold correctly.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
you'll have to-
intentionally make.
No,
a
I
sport down the
want
arms.
you to take me to a burger place that has these burgers you're talking about because I don't know. Like I
Well,
understand the concept, but I believe if you hold the burger correctly, you'll never spill the burger. So I need to experience one of these burgers you're referring to.
Sometimes it's how it's put together too.
Sure, but take
guys-
me to the place. Tell me a place that does it. I'll go there.
There's tons.
Tell me one. Text me one of those. I'll go see them because I don't believe you.
Down Nacelle.
I don't know where ACL is.
Nacelle.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah,
Nacelle?
Yep, down towards Nacelle. Yep.
Check it out.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
All right.
How we doing?
We gotta go. Let's go.
We gotta go.
It's dinner for me and Tyler. We gotta go
Is
eat
it dinner for you guys? So, okay,
It's
so
dinner.
we have at least
It's
another.
dinner time.
We have another hour and a half right in front of us.
We're an
right?
hour 48 right now.
We're not an hour 48 right now.
That's
you
what
are
the recording
You are
says.
an hour 48, but I
The
wasn't.
recording says hour 48.
Oh, well, that's what it is.
You don't have to be in every scene.
I do.
You don't have to be.
I do.
You
we'll-
can continue the conversation.
you.
We were on for like a good.
We were on at
45
6:30.
Hey, child.
So you know what?
responsibilities.
You can just like hang out for another 45 minutes by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna just
I'll
have
just
like
stay here and talk by myself.
we'll have a 20-minute cold open
Hey,
without
what am I,
Mick.
chop liver?
Yeah, Swa was there. Swa was there too. We'll have a 20-minute cold open with me, Tyler, and Swa, and then Mick will come on, and we'll play the intro music.
It'll just be me after you guys leave. Like, you don't believe these guys, man. I up here putting all this work in, doing all these things.
All right.
What are you guys having for dinner?
It's pork something, and
Pocket pork?
it's like pressure cooked pork. Is that what you guys are making, Tyler?
It is
It's
pork.
a PPP.
It's pork something. It's pork, and we have apple pie, and we have macaroni, and probably salad, like Caesar salad or something.
Just straight up macaroni noodles.
Well, my wife
Just dry macaroni.
just dry. We're gonna be crunching some dry macaroni.
Well, I mean, for it to be cooked, but just
No, Jennifer made
on-
macaroni and cheese. I don't know exactly how it tastes. I haven't had it yet.
sweet.
So we're gonna
Well,
have that.
I look forward to you guys eating that.
I'm gonna post pictures of it in the concessions channel for everybody who's in our Discord. You'll be able to see it. Join our Discord, you plebs.
They've already seen it. Yeah. If you haven't, join it and you can see it. I mean, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
delicious.
If you haven't, by the time this episode comes out, if you're not already in our Discord, join the Discord and then scroll up like 3 days to into the concessions channel.
Is
There
that a
you go.
Rainier shirt, Tyler? That's awesome. That's cool.
That's a pretty cool
I like
hoodie.
that.
Thank you.
That-
I still think this is the coolest shirt, honestly.
I don't know. That Rainier one's pretty great.
That's
That one's cool, but I like the Rainier one's
Inside the R is like a map of the state.
Oh, that's
Mick
cool.
loves
It's
maps.
pretty cool.
I want that.
Mick
I,
thinks
do.
maps
I
are cool.
got maps over there.
There was a beer bottle with a map on the back of it that just had 4 square blocks. And that was the coolest beer bottle ever. And I'm like, that map tells you nothing unless you're within a block of the place it's telling you about.
It tells you exactly where to go. That's how it is. That's how it is. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us again for this next wonderful episode of Beers Per Minute. With us, always, Calvin.
You're reintroducing
Returning.
us?
Yes, I am. Well, hey,
In case they watch some, so don't know who we are.
Because I'm saying we haven't had Tyler in a while, so I'm giving us all a big
Thank you for our amazing guest, Tyler, for joining
returning
us.
once again. The OG,
The BPM
the
squad
B,
reunited.
the B in this BM.
The B to our PM.
Thanks, everybody. Go and follow everything. All that stuff.
Follow your mom.
Oh, I do want to tell everybody though. I should have said at the beginning of it too.
But go to the Beers Per Minute YouTube channel. We've transitioned over to that one instead of the Stupid Mythic Forest. We're still posting it there, but that's our main one. We're going to have more stuff over there too. So go over there, subscribe, everything. All right, bye.
Bye. Yes.
Oh, you did it.
I love it. That's definitely the perfect end for the
Cupcake to
episode.
Did you take the wrapper off?
I hope so. He just starts chewing paper.
Beers Per Minute has been presented by Stupid Mythic Forest. New episodes come out on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Don't forget to rate and subscribe so you never miss a thing.